Spirit is giving me them downloads, y'all. Back to back to back to back. Let's go. Another blackout. Just because I'm resting, but I still gotta work. So let's get it going. This masculine knows you more than you think. This person also loves you more than you think. And I know when I say that, there's some part of you who don't believe it. And I'm speaking to the insecure part of your inner child wounding self that says, they don't know me. They don't love me. Don't get in the comment section with that bullshit. Okay? This man ain't trying to hear all that. And we don't want to read all that. Alright? So, shut up. This man had to get into this space of knowing how to deal with you. For one, you're nothing like they've dealt with before. Like, you're nothing like the feminine energy that they dealt with before. So, knowing how to maneuver with you was very tricky for them, because I'm seeing somebody like trying to figure out, like, how do I gauge this? How do I come at this? How do I handle this situation? And I feel like for a majority of you, for most of you who resonate with this message, I'm getting like overwhelming, like a tidal wave, like something like a wave about to hit, and then somebody be like, yeah, no, I'm not going to receive all that projection of emotion. And so I do feel like this person has a really great way of balancing their emotions. I do feel like sometimes they kind of like step to the side. So like when you throw emotions at this person, they be like, yeah, no, I ain't, nope, miss me. Like this person, we can laugh about it now, but it wasn't funny then. You know what I'm saying? But this person had a way of like sidestepping certain emotions when it comes to like you and them. And it took them a while to like get to know you, or just kind of feel like understand you more, or just like your capacity and your scope for even like learning them, because at some point you learned and you figured out how to deal with this person. Like your emotional intelligence started kicking in and overriding. And so it was like the more that they saw you kind of logically explaining yourself or coming at them in a different way or a different angle, they started seeing you too in a different light, right? So it's like, okay, you know, the more that you started talking, you started opening up, but you started doing it in a way that was like more logical to this person. It's like you weren't an override of emotion. This person really got to say, oh, okay, I see where this is going, and I see what this motherfucker is talking about, right? So they got to understand, like, oh yeah, I see what you mean, right? And I feel like that's what really showed them like who you are. Like when you started like talking to them, like you started making sense. Like you started making sense. Like then it started clicking, it started making sense. And I feel like too, like you maybe just weren't being really direct. I feel like a lot of times this person also felt as if you were just projecting at them. And it was very like volatile, emotional, like, you know how when somebody says like you vomit, project, like a projection of vomit, right? You know how people be like, blah, like that's how this person felt. And so I'm scratching my right ear, so it's like I can't really hear you because like you're screaming at me with emotions and cuss words. And I don't know if you were cussing at this person or not, but I just feel like because your emotions were so extreme and they were so loud lots of times, especially if you guys have like this telepathy thing or this twin flame connection, this person can just hear you like screaming and like projecting and like yelling at them. And then you're just like, what the fuck does she mean? Like they can never figure out what the fuck what you were meaning or what you were saying, because I felt like to them, you weren't saying anything. You were just kind of dancing around the subject. And then at some point, it's like they're showing me like a pillar and like it being sliced, or like a big ass like ninja. What do you call those knives where you pull them out and them? It's long like the swords I'm talking about. And it was like, shoo, and it's like you cut something directly in half. And in that moment when you did it and the angle that you did it at, it's like the projection energy cleared and this person got to see exactly what the fuck you meant. You know? Like, it was no longer a projection anymore. It was actually like your truth, your clarity, and it confirmed a lot of things. It was a huge confirmation and an awakening for this person. So I feel like this person had a little bit of time to step back and kind of evaluate everything. So they're like playing catch up over like the past year, 6 months of everything that you were saying to them. And so now things are starting to be clear. Yeah. That's all I have for this video. I don't have anything else. Peace.